Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1948 Smith Corona Sterling vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Very nice condition. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. And these are the paper support arms that flip up from the back. Margins are located behind the carriage. I'm going to load the page first and set these two paper fingers on the edge. This is your right margin. You just want to make sure that they're in between those two paper fingers or else you'll get stuck on them. This is your left margin. So we'll test those margins. Just going to make sure we'll have maximum clearance here. Can move that right one a little bit more. Looks good. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning, and skips one or two spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip this switch forward. It skips two. I'm going to flip that back and keep it on single. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. I switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip it all the way down. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. Move that down for red. Very nice typing machine. I'm very impressed by this Smith Corona Sterling classic style typewriter. And you can type as fast as you want on this thing. There's no buffer in between the keys, and I have it on low touch right now, so very impressive. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it down and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to put the color back to black and put these down for now. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again, backspace above that. Very smooth. Tab on the right side. This has a manual tab set. So you just take these little inserts here and put them anywhere on this rack. And there's a scale to tell you exactly what space they're on. You just want to make sure that the open side is facing on the outside, or else the right margin will get stuck on that eventually. So if you're having problems with your margin getting stuck, you can just take a look at your tabs, make sure they're set properly. And when you hit the tab button, it just stops at each one of those. Works very good. Margin release below the tab button. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. If you want to get past that block, you just hit the margin release. It will allow you to go all the way to the end or until you get stuck on that paper finger, which is why I moved it over a little bit. And open the hood. You have to move the carriage a little bit to get it fully accessed. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling to the right clockwise. If you want to switch that direction, there's a switch right here above the backspace. Flip it down, and it'll pull counterclockwise to the left. Flip it down again, and it'll pull clockwise to the right. That works good. And the touch control, which I showed you earlier, the higher up you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit them a little harder for them to print, but they respond faster. This is a really fast response typewriter compared to most typewriters, so the print looks really good on this too. Really impressive typewriter. Not sure if I showed you the print, but it looks really good for a classic typewriter like this. On the right side is the carriage lock on the top side here. You flip it down and it locks the carriage in the middle, so it protects the escapement when you have it in the case. The escapement is the mechanism that allows the typewriter to move one space at a time, so if you damage that, you're in big trouble. This is the carriage release. Very smooth. And these knobs are originals, but if you have a broken knob, you can check my shop. I have 3D printed replicas of these that look really close to the originals. Same with the left one. If you pull out this little lever on the end, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it in, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. And that is it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.